Hey everybody, JC here from Wichita, Kansas. Getting ready to go take a tour of downtown Wichita on Tesla FSD version 13.2.8. Let's go do it. Hit the little blue button. Start pulling out of the Hilton parking lot. Beautiful day here in Wichita, Kansas. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. My user interface is showing that it's 66 degrees outside. Obviously, totally sunny, beautiful skies, and just a great day for doing a Tesla FSD drive and taking a tour around an area of Wichita that I've never been. This is just my second time here in Wichita. The first time was a few weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Probably about 3 weeks ago. And the temperature was much different. It was about 20 degrees below zero for a good part of the time that I was here a few weeks back. And lots of snow, lots of ice, and just sub-zero weather pretty much the entire time I was here. And couldn't be any more different. About a 80 to 90 degree swing. So 3 weeks can make a huge difference. And so yeah, I did not get to adventure around Wichita much the last time I was here. Basically the only thing I did was take my wife to her company office that she has up here in Wichita a few times, and then just go out to get some necessities. But other than that, kind of stayed locked down as most of the folks here in Wichita did during that week. But seeing that the weather is just much more beautiful, I'm gonna do one of the first real FSD drives in and around the Wichita area to really see it. And so I thought probably the first location that might be best is just to go to the downtown area and what they call Old Town, which is a lot of older cities like Wichita, Kansas, all around the country are going to have their town centers or downtowns or old town areas. So what I did is I went online and kind of tried to find some navigational points that would take us in and around the downtown area. So I've got those input into the navigation. So as we get closer to downtown Wichita, I am going to need to pull up my navigation. So right now you've got the full screen for the FSD visual. So once I need to pull up the navigation, it'll take that screen down to about a third of the screen, be the left third of it, but still be able to see it. But I do need the navigation ready to exit out of certain navigation points. All right. Moving on through here on Highway 96, going westbound towards downtown. The hotel that my wife and I are staying at is basically on the northeast side of Wichita. The area that she works at her company's Wichita office is on the north end in the industrial area of Wichita. And downtown Wichita, like many other cities, is smack dab in the center. Basically, the center east, or I'm sorry, the center west. So to the center, from the center of Wichita going towards the west end, from what I can gather. So we'll just see how it looks. This will be my first time. So we're gonna, if you've never been to downtown Wichita, we will experience it for the first time together. We can all hold hands as we experience this newfound phenomenon. Got Wichita State University right through here as well. So I should probably do a drive around the Wichita State campus as well one of these days. Very well-respected university. In fact, I've got a handful of friends that graduated from Wichita State, and they moved down to the Houston area after graduating. Looks like the left lane's going to be closed ahead. Looks like we will, in about 1.25 miles, we need to get on 135 south anyway. Things are slowing down here, presumably because it goes down to one lane. Let's see how we do here. We do have a sign that shows that the left lane is going away. It has not gone away yet. Just gonna stay in the Uber supervisory mode right now while we're in this merging situation. All right. Tesla FSD has put on the right blinker and we're starting to move over to the right. I'm going to give them a wave for being nice humans. All right. Somebody merges right in behind us as well. Looks like we're going to be in one lane here for a little bit. We've only got about another 1/2 mile though before we get off. And looks like our exit that we're supposed to get off is that left lane. So this may be interesting. See what happens here. Picking up the speed limit signs properly. Although right now we're not going anywhere near the speed limit. State trooper pulled somebody over. Put on the left blinker, but there's no way we're getting over to the left right now. Put the left blinker back on. Took it back off. And it looks like you can get over now. There we go. Great job, Tesla FSD. Well, they don't give you a lot of room to make that exit to the left. You have to do that quick. Great job. Great job dealing with road construction, a lane being taken away from us, and a lane that we needed. So I got a slow ramp here. Little bit of a clover leaf. curving around here to 135. There we go. Yeah, they got quite a lot of road construction going on here in Wichita. And not really repair. It's more of expansion. That's great. All right. On 135, moving over to the left. Looks like we're going to be here for about 2.5 miles. You see some cranes directly ahead of us, presumably working on the road construction, the road expansion. It's always a good sign when you see road expansion going on. Some pretty loud gravelly roads there, the grooves in the roads. All right, continuing to move on through. Got some road work ahead signs. Picking up on the speed limit correctly. About another 1.5 miles. Well, it looks like we may be losing a lane again here, so let's see how we do. I'm ready. Over. There we go. Nobody behind, so nobody I needed to wave at. Got about another 1/2 mile. Put the right blinker on. Slow down a bit for that Chevy Suburban. We'll go ahead and pull up. Coming into downtown. All right, got a stop sign here. Got some oncoming traffic. There we go. Take a right turn. Stay left at the fork. And we are on the outskirts of downtown Wichita now. Should be coming up on Washington Street. We'll take a left on Washington Street here in a little bit. There we go. Put our left blinker on. Once we make this left turn, I'll go ahead and exit out of that first navigational point. But I needed something in the navigation to take us down Washington. Yeah, just a gorgeous day. 67 degrees now. All right, got a green light, but we do have some traffic in the opposite direction lane, one of them being a semi, so definitely need to wait on them. Audi makes a left turn. We should be able to go right after that Land Cruiser, and there we go. Let me go ahead and exit out of that. All right, so now we are on Washington Street, and we'll be here for about, we're going to go down this for about a mile and a half. Take a right on Lincoln to head over to Broadway Avenue. Yes, you can tell this is an older part of the city center, the town center. We'll move up. Got a green light. There we go. Put our left blinker on to get into the left lane. Barbecue joint. I like to look around, but I want to be careful not to get nagged for looking too much. Yeah, definitely an older part, the Enchanted Mermaid. Some newer places. All right, moving on through, crossing over Douglas. Got some older buildings here. Man, these, you know, these buildings are been around here for quite a while. Those old 1-story, 2-story brick buildings that they outlive all of us, generations of us. Yeah, we're gonna keep going down Washington for about another half mile. We'll take a right on Lincoln, be on Lincoln for just a little bit, and then get on Broadway and see what Broadway looks like. Going underneath the bridge for Highway 400. Get back over in the right lane. Got the green light, keep on going. Mountain Land Supply Company. Never heard of that company. I'm assuming that's local. Ziner's Bass Shop. Dance studio. All right. This light up here should be Lincoln. We'll take a ride up here. The Rusty Nail. Looks like a watering hole. All right. Turning right on Lincoln. And then be on here for a little bit over a quarter mile. Turn right on Broadway. So let me go ahead and bring that back up. Once we make that right turn on Broadway, I'll exit out of that point of navigation. Some neighborhoods over here to the left. Church of Christ. Some more neighborhoods to the right, older neighborhoods. And I believe this should be Broadway coming up here at this traffic light. There we go. Let me go ahead and exit out of that. Yeah, definitely some older buildings around here too. You can see that one 2-story to the to our front left. Some more old buildings here to the right. All right, now we are on Broadway. Out there, Wichita's finest. Looks like a hotel, old hotel right there. The green light, move, but go back under the Highway 400 bridge. Spangles Burgers and Fries burger joint. It's a bit of a local chain, regional chain. All right, we got over in the right lane, but as you can see, looks like we're gonna lose this lane here in a little bit and have to merge back over to the left. See how we do. Got some cranes directly in front of us to the front right. So must be some construction going on over there as well. All right, move forward. Got our left blinker on. We get in front of that vehicle. Cross over Waterman. Got some road construction, so you got to be a little careful right through here. Cars pulling out of a garage. Yeah, now we're going through denser part of downtown Wichita. Doing very well. So So we got a hotel there to the right, older hotel. And another Hotel Wichita over there. Got some office buildings with a skywalk. Young man crossing the crosswalk. Get ready for the next one. Looks like we got an old theater over here, the Orpheum Theater. Got a very old supply building to the front left of us. Not sure if you can see it, but you can tell. I really like some of the architectural design. You can tell these buildings were probably built in the late 1800s to early 1900s and have stood the test of time. That theater is definitely early 20th century. Looks like we got a couple of churches up here. Old, and that very nice architecture on that church. Is that a church or a bank? It says City Life. Oh, no, it's a church. City Life Church. I really like the archways in front of the church. Beautiful. Oh, nice stained glass window too. I'm not sure you can see that. Another old church to our right. Got an old hotel directly in front of us up the distance to Commodore. And we'll be going by another old church, the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception. Wow, that's beautiful. I love the towers. It's definitely got that old school Catholic Notre Dame kind of look to it. They've got some Spanish architecture over there. All right. We are now on Central, and we'll be here for about a mile. Go down to Hydraulic Street, take a right on it. Looks like we got some sort of factory over here, like a milk factory. Yeah, Highland Dairy Foods. There's their factory right over there. Possible headquarters. Pretty big. That is a big factory. That thing stretched back the entire block. Over to the right, we're going to be turning on Hydraulic Street here in about a quarter mile. Go ahead and get this ready again. Once we turn right on Hydraulic, playground to the right, some older neighborhoods to the left. Get this ready again. Now we're gonna turn right on Douglas, so let me get it ready again. As soon as we turn on Douglas, got a used car lot over there to the front left that looks like it's seen better days. I'm not sure it's operational anymore, although they do have cars out there. But maybe that's appointment only. Alright. Yeah. Looks like they still got a used car lot going. We're at First Street. Should be coming up here on Douglas pretty soon. There we go. Now once we turn right on Douglas, I'll need to exit out of another navigation point. There we go, got our right blinker on. In front of the Devlin Rod and Customs. Hot rod place. All right, we're moving up. Guess you can turn right on Red in Kansas as well. All right, let me go ahead and exit out of that. And now we are on Douglas Avenue. Oh. Looks like it's rerouting us. Little. It tried to once I exited out, it tried to reroute to be more efficient. So I'm going to see if I can kind of re-engineer us back over there just a bit. We're back up to Douglas. It'll pick a point that's a little further in, so maybe it won't reroute us this time. Let's see how much further in. All right, now we're on Douglas. Let's see if we can keep this one. Get a little good view of downtown from here. I am going to need to get ready to edit out of Meddy's here pretty soon. Second. Let's see if I can. Oh, not that. Well, unfortunately, we got in the left turn-in lane, and I have re-navigate. I'm trying to keep us on Douglas, but it's been difficult. It wants to get us over to the freeway that's nearby, but I just don't think we're gonna. Yeah, so we're gonna have to turn left. Good thing it did that. Now let's see if it'll bring us back over to Douglas. It had to turn left. Let me see if I can. Well, you're getting a even better view of downtown Wichita. A place I didn't even plan to go. We'll just see what we can do here. Right. Yeah, that's the thing with Tesla navigation. I mean, it is geared towards trying to take you the most efficient route, which totally makes sense. So let me exit out of that. Let's see where this will. So hopefully this stays on Douglas Avenue. It's just that Douglas is so close to the freeway over here, and it's obviously like one of the main older roads. See, you got the Wichita Marketplace right there. So hopefully, and we're going to have to make an unprotected left across traffic. We'll see. We got somebody coming up, so let's wait. We should be good now. There we go. Great job. Yep. Got the old locomotive right ahead of us. So see, that's one of the reasons I wanted to come through here instead of going the freeway. Glad I was able to re-engineer it to keep us over here, but I had to do that about 2 or 3 times. No biggie. Like I said, you want the default setting to be Tesla navigation trying to be the most efficient it possibly can, but since this is a tour of downtown Wichita, man, this is nice right through here. Look at this. It's gorgeous. See, that's why I wanted to come down Douglas. It's got that old time downtown town center feel. Right. I'm gonna need to get ready here again. Some more old buildings, old hotels, and it looks like they're in good shape right through here too. No big skyscrapers, if you will. Everything down here looks to be like, you know, mainly your 5 to 6 story type of buildings. Right. Once we get past Market, I think I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, let's go ahead and exit out of that. There we go. Got a fire truck coming through. A couple of them. That statue right there, I'm not going to lie, for about a good half second, I thought that was a person. But obviously once you get closer, you see that's a bronze statue. Not sure who that is. Probably somebody, well, I don't know, because they got a suit on but with no socks or shoes on. That's interesting. Got their Coliseum over here. Called the Century 2 Convention Center. So they got a convention center, Broadview Hotel, the Drury Plaza. Get over here in the middle lane. Gonna go over a bridge here that's got some interesting artwork to the left and right. Here we go. Yeah, I don't know what those are supposed to be. Flames? Maybe they light up at night. Be interesting to see. Looks like we got some condos, apartment buildings to the right. Very new. Very nice too. All right, going across. Looks like we got a traffic circle up here ahead. Again, another part of the Old Town Center here. It's gorgeous. All right. Coming into the traffic circle. I don't see any pedestrians in the crosswalk, so it should be good there. We do have cars oncoming, though. They go through that way. We move on through. Great job, Tesla FSD. All right. Continuing to move through the town center. Older part of town. And we're going to go all the way up to Seneca, which is in about 3 blocks. So I'm gonna, let's see, 2 more blocks from here. So let me just get ready though. That's Seneca up there. Yeah, let's get up to, wait till we get across here. And let's exit out of that. All right, and take a left on Seneca. Let me just check this real quick. Make sure we're going, yeah. Interesting artwork there. I'm trying to go here. That's gorgeous right there. What is that? Oxford Vista. I'm not sure what that is, but it's beautiful. Definitely that old Spanish style. Get over a little bit, avoid some of that traffic there. Get up here a little bit, exit out. Just see some, yeah, it should be good there. Go by Wichita High School, Wichita West High School. You need your CBD in Wichita, right over there. All right, we got a green light, but no dedicated left. So there we go. Great job. Turn on McCormick. And we're going to go by the high school. Got some older homes here to the left and right, old neighborhood. Wichita High School. There you go. Wichita High. Home of the Yellow Jackets, I believe. Let me know if I'm wrong there. It looks like they're home of the Yellow Jackets. All right, crossing over here. Can't tell if that's a park here underneath the yeah, it looks like some walking trails and parks down here. Maybe we get a better look as we go over. No, it's a river. Oh, that's the Arkansas River. My bad. But there are walking trails, so that's the we just crossed over the Arkansas River, and there were walking trails all along the east and west side of the river. Or actually, I should say north and south side of the river, because we're going east-west right now. So as it goes through that part of the city, it was going north-south. All right. Let's get ready here, because we got about 3 blocks before we turn on Market Street. All right. Got a pedestrian. Stop for him. Great job, Tesla FSD. All right, this is a one-way through here. Looks like they got a bike lane over there. Older neighborhood that we're going through here on Market Street. Cross back under the Highway 400 bridge. And we're going to take Market Street all the way down to Otis Park, which is basically the northernmost part of the downtown area, or right outside downtown. Slowed down a bit there for that construction worker. Got the Doodah Diner to the right. Got an electrical work truck crossing the road. New York Life, Fidelity Bank. Getting over in the left lane here. Another skywalk, couple of skywalks up there. All right, continuing to move on through. Harry Hines Memorial Hospice. All right, we're going to need to get over. There we go. Put on the right blinker so we can get around these parked cars. There we go. Oh. Got some very old buildings mixed in with some new ones too. I love the architecture of that late 19th, early 20th century downtown or I'm not even sure they called them downtowns back then, but the town center. You know, those 5-6 story solid brick and granite stone. I mean, they last forever. Right, crossing under one of the cross skywalks. Yeah, I'm glad we did this. This is the beautiful parts of downtown and the town center. Both the newer parts, the newer buildings, as well as you saw, we went through some very old parts of Wichita, the original town center at that roundabout. Got the YMCA to our front right. Got the courthouse to the left directly. Got another church. And another, I don't know if that's a church. Oh. There we go, just over. Oh, that's another, looks like a county courthouse there. Yeah, Wichita is the biggest city in Kansas. It is in that the city center, I think, has like 300,000 to 400,000 people. The greater area is about 500,000 to 600,000. So just say about 500,000 to 600,000 people in the greater Wichita area. Biggest city in Kansas. Definitely got a lot going on there. That's a pretty robust town center, downtown area. Now we're going into some of the older neighborhoods. Look at these homes. This is definitely some of that turn of the century type of architecture. You can tell these homes were built over 100 years ago, many of them. And most of them have been kept up very well. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Some of them not so much. There are some of them that probably just gonna have to start over on some of these. Went by a school there. Was not an active school zone yet. Yeah, you can tell these homes, this neighborhood's been around well over 100 years. All right, stop for the traffic light here. Let's go ahead and end that trip, and we will head back to the hotel. There's Otis Park right there. It's not very big, but basically I wanted to navigate to it because it's the, basically you're leaving the town center, the downtown area, or what's considered downtown Wichita. Oh, you know what? I'm going to the wrong place. That was not Home to Sweets. There it is. My bad. I was navigating to the wrong spot. Let's see if we can see anything along the way. How about we go there first? Yeah, do that. We'll go the long way. Well, I got us in a left turning lane, and then my navigation has us going straight, so this will be interesting. So I'm throwing some stuff at the navigation today. All right, we got the left turning lane. What are we going to do? Well, we're going to go ahead and turn left. Good decision making. The human being tried to make you screw up. You weren't having it. Let's see what we do to re-navigate, though. All right, we're going going to take a right turn through here. Now we're just going to box it. Good decision making. Great decision making, Tesla FSD. After I threw some brand new navigation at it, we're just adventuring, right? Why get back up on the freeway? Let's stay in some of the neighborhoods and see Wichita. Oh, maybe not this road. All right. Got a vehicle stopped in the middle there. Are we going to be able to get through? Yes, we are. Great job. Wow. That was not much room to spare at all. All right, we're going to make an unprotected left turn up here. Going from a one-way to a two-way, but we do have oncoming traffic. Got a couple of semis coming through, so let's wait on them. This will be interesting right here. This is not a lot of field of view. That guy's giving us a courtesy. Let's see how we do here. Moving on through. Give him awesome job, Tesla FSD. Great job. And thank you to that guy right there giving us a courtesy gap. That was phenomenal. We took the courtesy gap, but we couldn't just shoot it because our field of view was completely blocked by those semis. So it got out there, accepted that nice gentleman's courtesy gap, but it had to creep up and look out a bit. And the guy in the car even gave us a thumbs up, like, great. He thought I was doing that. He was like, great job. He gave me a thumbs up, like, great job. I was like, well, I can't take credit for that. I'm just the supervisor. Stronger together. Yes, we are. All right, we're crossing, we're leaving the downtown area. You can tell we're in the industrial area. Bunch of plants around here, both small and big. A huge one to our left. I don't even know what they manufacture, but it is huge. My gosh, that may be that milk factory. Maybe we're just coming around the other end of that milk factory. Pig in, pig out barbecue. Yeah, I mean, this side of Kansas is known for barbecue. The eastern part of Kansas, because that's where Kansas City is. Yeah, I think we're a good 2 to 3 hour drive from Kansas City here, because Kansas City's not just a little it's north of here as well. So this is kind of like southeastern to south central Kansas. Kansas City's like the northeast part of Kansas. So both in the eastern corridor, but definitely Kansas City's further north. So you got Kansas City is about as far northeast as you can go and stay in Kansas. Topeka also is a little further north and east as well. So I think Topeka is basically like the midway point between Wichita and Kansas City. And then going out due north of here is Manhattan, Kansas. That's where Kansas State University is. I'm pretty sure Manhattan, Kansas is like due north of here, a couple of hours. And then about 2 to 3 hours west of us is Dodge City, which is obviously, you got the Old West, Wild West fame. It's Dodge City. So when people, St. Louis, Missouri, that was the demarcation point for the West, right? People would St. Louis was kind of the end of civilization, if you will, for a large portion of our nation's history. Like once you went west to St. Louis or Kansas City, good luck to you. And so, yeah, we're in that area. where once because we're obviously west of St. Louis and Kansas City. But yeah, so Dodge City was kind of one of those old Wild West areas. Because, you know, back in the day, anything west of St. Louis was considered the West. Yeah. So what I did here, we're done with downtown, but instead of just getting back up on the freeway, I engineered it to kind of take us through a little bit more of Wichita. Basically, we are in the eastern part of Wichita proper, if you will. I think we're going to go by the Wichita Country Club. Drive by it. Nice little park area over there to the right. Older neighborhoods to the left and to the right. Yep. Got a little bit of hills going on here. So much for flat Kansas. We actually got some hills right through here. Got a golf course over, looks like a the city of Wichita's golf course, McDonald Golf Course. So we got a public course over here. That's one thing I will tell you. Pretty much all of my friends, any friends that I have that are originally from Kansas or specifically Wichita, this area, or have spent any amount of time in this area, they're all avid golfers. So it doesn't surprise me that Wichita would have a big public course right smack dab in the middle of town. Soul Restaurant, Soul Food. Church's Fried Chicken, got that everywhere. We are currently on 13th Street, by the way, for anybody keeping score or anybody familiar with Wichita or interested in Wichita. Got another park over here to the right with some walking trails, pretty wide open. Yeah, that's one thing I can tell you about Wichita and just this southeastern area of Kansas is it is just so wide open. Like, I get it why so many folks have factories and manufacturing facilities, huge warehouses. I totally get it now, having been here a couple of times. All right, we're going by a school, but school zone is not active right now. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Ooh, that Lexus is coming out hot. At least they stayed in their lane. Another church to our right. St. Thomas Aquinas Catholic Church. Beautiful church. More neighborhoods to our left and our right. Judging by the architecture, I'd say these neighborhoods have probably been around since the 50s and 60s. So not as old as the architecture we saw when we were in downtown Wichita and the city center area. That was definitely late 19th century, early 20th century build. This is more mid 20th century. So maybe some in the 40s, but probably more like 50s and 60s. Got another, I think this is a school or another church. St. George Orthodox Christian Cathedral and School. So it looks like we got an Orthodox church over there for the Orthodox community. Some more neighborhoods to the left. Yeah, so Wichita is definitely an older town. Like a lot of, I would say 80 to 90% of what I've seen in Wichita was probably originally constructed, 60 to 120 years ago, and has either been refurbished, added on to, and definitely kept beautified. So there is a real, there's a niceness. I like that. You can't create that. That's just got to be there. And so they've done a great job of keeping everything together. Don't get me wrong, I've seen some that need to come down, but for the most part, it's all older architecture and older buildings, but they've just been kept. Oh, let me end that. We do not want to go in there. Let's see if I can course correct here before it turns up. Yep, this is the country club. So hopefully we can course correct here pretty soon. Sorry for the pun. Let's see what we can do here. My bad. Again, I've thrown some. Let's see what we're doing here. All right, we are in the country club parking lot. It's going to have to find its way out of here. Let's see what it can do. Can it turn around without me having to redo the navigation? Or am I going to have to redo the navigation? Let's just see. Yeah, we're inside. So I had it going towards the Wichita. I had the Wichita Country Club in as a navigation point, and as you can see, I forgot to exit out of it prior to getting here. So I probably just need to end the trip and start again. So let's do that. So end trip. And let's navigate. There we go. Oh, car just came flying by us, behind us. I didn't even see them. Good job, Tesla FSD. So we're still hands-free. We're still all good to go. But because I did not exit out of the navigation point that I had set for the Wichita Country Club, it came into the parking lot. And so I did need to exit out of the, it's interesting. I exited out of the navigation for Home to Suites, and I re-entered navigation for home to suites, and it started fine. So that was kind of interesting. All right, let's make sure. Does it know how to get out of this parking lot though? It may not. It may need some help getting out of this parking lot. Let's see if it can get out of this parking lot. All right, come on. You can get out of here. I may need to help it. Let's see if I have to intervene at all to get it out, get us out of here. All right, now take a left. Go left. Go left. There you go. Awesome. Great job. You finally did it. Okay, now we're leaving the Wichita Country Club. That was not, now, bad lane selection there. Why is it going left? The navigation clearly shows we're going right, yet it's going left. This is interesting. So that was a lane selection snafu. It got into the left turning. Now, kudos to it. It stuck with it. Once it got in the wrong lane, it stuck with the, but let's see, is it taking us to the highway? No, we're good. So what I think happened there is the navigation, clearly we're supposed to go right, but it got into the wrong lane. It got into a left turning lane, and so it just stuck with it. I've noticed that on this trip, and I actually like that. So instead of, on this particular FSD drive, what I'm noticing is when I re-navigate FSD, or when it makes a lane selection error, it'll just stick with the lane. It'll, even though it's going against the navigation, it will go ahead and make that left turn to go against the way we need to go, and then just do a box around. And that's actually preferable, instead of always just trying to immediately correct itself, which it can do. So like, it could have done that right there coming out of the country club absolutely fine and not have been an issue, but it decided to go ahead and just go along with the lane that it was in and then re-navigate, which is absolutely fine. All right, now we're in a newer part of which this is a lot of shopping centers around here. See at Wilson Estate. So this is definitely a newer section of Wichita here. All right. And we're going to go up here to the traffic light, which I believe is 21st Street. And we'll take a right on it towards the hotel. And we will be done with our FSD journey and tour of downtown Wichita and more. You even got more out of this one. So we saw not only downtown Wichita, but we saw some additional parts of older Wichita outside of downtown. And then we got a little quick tour of the Wichita Country Club that we weren't counting on. All due to me just not being quick enough on the trigger with navigation. Never fails. I was pretty good this tour. I got to the navigation points pretty quick, and I even had to do a little bit on the fly to keep us on Douglas Avenue, if y'all remember, about a half hour back. But I was able to do it. I had to do 2 or 3 extra pins, but I got us back over to Douglas Avenue instead of getting on the freeway. So that was good. I actually did really good on that. Oh, that's beautiful. Wilson Estates right there. Right next to, yeah, we're going by the country club right now. But then, yep, made a couple of snafus. I've always said, try, if you're going to do it, if you're going to re-navigate, not on these tours, obviously, you have to do it while you're on the fly. But if anything I can teach you by watching this video is, if you ever re-navigate, try to do it while you're stopped, or preferably while you're parked, because you saw there that I re-navigated. Once I had accidentally got it into a left turning lane, then I re-navigated it where it needed to go straight. And so we were able to see a couple of times that instead of trying to correct over me immediately, it just went ahead and did a box around the neighborhood, which is actually preferable. But I was not able, I shouldn't say able, I forgot to exit out of the country club navigation point before we got there, and it took us into the country club. Oh no, added a little bit to the video, added a little bit to the tour. Andy's drive-thru. It's like that's burgers and custard, stuff like that. Yeah, so we are on 21st Street right now. So this goes right to the hotel. So we're about 3/4 of a mile from the hotel now. Yeah, this is definitely a newer section of Wichita. Newer neighborhoods. Yeah, these are definitely newer build. I'd say in the last 20 to 30 years. Got a nice shopping center over here at 21st and Oak Creek Parkway. Bunch of restaurants, Target, Cabela's, Academy. This area, so this is where I came to the last time I was here to go get some groceries and necessities. And so if y'all remember that, but this was just completely iced over with at least a foot of snow as well. It was crazy through here. Look at it now. It's completely wide open. 73 degrees now. Look at that, 73 in March in Kansas. It's beautiful. It's just gorgeous. All right, putting on our right blinker to turn onto the road that'll take us into the hotel parking lot. Going to the roundabout here. I'm not going to call this a traffic circle because it doesn't, but it is a roundabout. All right. Oh, we're going to go right in front of the hotel. All right, let's end the trip. Let's try to navigate to a, let's do right over here. Oh, well, it's actually going to take us for a loop around. Just see what it does. Nope. It's going to override that. Yeah, because I wanted to go over here. So the navigation was going to loop us around, and it just overrode it. Good job. Now let's see if you park. You going to park us? Okay, now we're in an area where you can park. Are you going to do it? Or are you just going to stop? Nope, it just does not want to park in this parking lot. So let's go on up here and find a parking spot. Let's get our military veterans one. Well, if I can get it. See. Well, it's not showing up. I guess I'm too far away. Let me see. Yeah, I'm too far away. How about now? There we go. That was interesting. The parking spot was showing up there, but I guess we were just too far away for me able to engage it. It just didn't have enough of the box in the screen for me to engage it. Oh well, obviously not a huge deal. But Autopark is a heck of a lot safer parking than I am ever going to be. I always, if I can use it, I try to use Autopark just because the safety features. It's just, if kids come running out of a car or something like that, just going to see it quicker than me. All right. Well, that was a great trip to downtown Wichita. A couple of areas right around downtown Wichita and the Old Town Center. And then we drove through some other neighborhood areas to the east side of Wichita, the eastern part of Wichita. We took an unscheduled trip into the Wichita Country Club. Went around their parking lot a bit. FSD finally found a way, because obviously that parking lot is not, you know, what laid out for FSD or Google Maps. Got out of there and got on our way and made it back here. No interventions. Really, the only time I had to do anything FSD related was when we pulled into the Wichita Country Club parking lot. It basically pulled in to park, and but I still had the Hilton on the navigation. So the interesting thing is all I did was exit out of the navigation. I put the Hilton back into the navigation and we left. So it still was hands-free. I didn't even have to do anything there. And then when we got back here to the Hilton, it never tried, for some reason, it just does not try to park here at the Hilton. It pulled up in the front. I put in a pin to get us over here. It got us over here, but then I used Autopark. So yeah, great drive. So I will get this downloaded and uploaded. I hope everybody is having a great Tuesday afternoon. And you know I love you. And I will talk to all of y'all again soon. Bye-bye.